Hey guys, and welcome back to Mega Man 5. It's time to press start and punch Proto Man right in his shades.
Okay, come on, that's just clearly egotistical right there.
What's the satellite dish for? What are you really taking into your secret big base?
He's probably just stealing cable. That would totally be a Proto Man thing to do, you know?
I'm gonna level with you all. When it came to writing notes, I ran out of stuff to say about this point in time. They took the thing from Mega Man 4 with the Cossack stages, and I guess you could say from, the Mega Man 3 with the Doc Robot stuff, and just kind of ran with it. So you have a series of Proto Man stages, and then obviously you have Wily stages at the end. Sorry, if you didn't realise where the story was going, you should probably play more video games.
Yeah, really kind of hiding spoilers at this point is really kind of a fruitless effort, so to speak, so there you go.
Crystal Eye works amazing in this, and get ready for a lot of blow-by-blow bits of commentary, because once again, that's all I have now.
So tell me what you were thinking when you made this particular jump right here, using Rush Jet. Would you say you had to consult for that strategy?
Well, you see, I'd been playing Xenoblade at the time, and I was feeling very melancholy because I was getting towards the end of the game. What do you think? Come on. You're just going to see a lot of reused enemies here, over and over. They basically took the tigers and made them white. I expect a lot of that.
Well, I mean, white tigers are different enough. I mean, as we've seen, obviously, in shows of our past, white tigers can be some of the most powerful tigers around.
Yep. Is it Power Rangers? Is that
Yes, I was referencing Power Rangers.
Okay, for a split second I got worried, is he referring to some weeb shit? And it's no, it's Power Rangers.
What sort of stupid fucking shit does THD want me to guess about now? That was going through your head, wasn't it?
I don't want to do this for 14 minutes, so I do have one line written down on my notes here. Discussion of story pacing, etc. I guess we could go from game to game, and in the next part I'm going to discuss my opinions of the games plural as a whole. Story pacing. In Mega Man 1, you defeat the Robot Masters, you go on to Wily, job's a good one. In the second game, basically the same with I think there were 6 Robot Masters in the first game compared to 8 in the second, right?
Yes.
Okay, so a little bit more, still doable, and it has a nice roundness, so you have 3 Robot Masters, and then 3, and then you have 4, and then 4. In the third game, you have 8 Robot Masters, then you have the Doc Robot stages, and then you have the Wily stages, so it's you're kind of starting to put a bit more in there, but it's okay, even if the Doc Robot stages are, kind of shitty, in my opinion. Then you get to 4, and you have Cossack, who, at that point, you just think is oh, he's the villain of the game, so it's fine. Then you have Wily. I'm okay with this, if only for the fact that Cossack was somebody new. And Doc Robot was just an amalgamation of previous Robot Masters, so not really original in the slightest. Here, it's obvious that Proto Man is not going to be the villain of the game. Let's be honest, he's a fucking robot. Even if he was programmed to be evil, he could easily be programmed back.
That's true, and actually, the more modern interpretations of the first game have tend to be like that, where, the first Robot Masters that originally belonged to Dr. Light were reprogrammed as evil, but then they switched them back to the good side, and the manga, they're helping out and things like that, and I always thought that was cool. I really do like how, in the Archie comics, they brought up the second point, where some of the Robot Masters just straight up refuse to be repurposed for good shit, so they actually willingly shut themselves down, which is kind of hardcore, considering the source material here, so I gotta give them props for that.
Well, it wasn't that they refused to be reprogrammed, it's they just couldn't see any other purpose. Some Robot Masters, I guess Bubble Man, I think I remember saying this in the Mega Man 4 playthrough, he wanted to be part of a water administration place, but you get to people like Crash Man, who, yeah, I guess they could be used for demolition, but then you have Shadow Man, etc., and what's he going to be good for? Working for the government and stealth and shit.
Well, actually, they're not supposed to talk about that, but technically there could be a lot of use for Shadow Man in that regard.
I guess.
But I mean, even some of them were just no, I refuse to be repurposed like this. Shut me the fuck down. Yeah. I'm not going to be playing this kind of game. And like I said, for the subject matter, that was really kind of more intense. Although now, obviously, since the comic as of this time is probably going to be, going on hiatus, I have no idea what's going to happen to it. It's especially kind of weird since recently Capcom has focused a lot on creating a lot of Mega Man media. They're working on that cartoon. There's some fucking movie in the work for some reason. I'm sitting there going, well, that's really good, dude. I'm really glad you're spending a lot of that time bringing Mega Man to the fore. But there's something missing about your plan. Oh, what is it? Oh, I know. Where the fuck are the new video games that you want people to buy?
At this point, why not just do Legends 3? It's like you're not working on any other Mega Man project.
Well, at this point, I feel probably the best thing for Capcom to do, and the story in these games have been very light, so I don't think this would hurt too much. I think the best thing to do at this point with Mega Man, do a reboot. Just, start over, use a lot of new modern conventions, take a lot of inspiration from Ratchet & Clank, like I've said before, in terms of your platforming, your weapons, things like that, and just kind of start fresh. And I think that would be the best way to kind of, okay, yes, I'm realizing I'm basically saying, I want you to pull a Mega Man boom here, but don't fucking do that, okay?
The idea of, Sonic being kind of sort of rebooted into an adventure-esque, 3D game is fine. The execution was boring and sloppy. That's what let Boom rise the lyric down.
Yeah, that's true. And now, obviously, it's only the 3DS game is getting the sequel for that, and hopefully they're listening to the complaints about that. But yeah, going back to the topic, that would probably still be the best thing for Mega Man to do at this juncture, because at this point what I'm seeing is Capcom just making these new Mega Man stuff, but I have no idea how they're going to sell a fucking product with that. What are they doing, really?
It kind of reached its zenith with that X-Over thing, the mobile game.
Yeah, I think that would be the perfect point. Everybody's just saying, Mega Man, just die, and I'm thinking, you know what, kind of kill the current stuff, start fresh. That's probably your best option.
Your idea of a Ratchet & Clank style game is something I've wanted out of Mega Man in a while. I honestly feel you could just basically copy and paste assets and put Mega Man over the top and it would work just fine. But I digress. We're going to be seeing a series of robots here. Technically, they're called Darkman. I'm not going to reveal the spoiler, but you can probably guess what's coming. They've all got their own little powers. They've all got their own weaknesses. You could use the Robot Master powers we've already gotten to do stuff. That was a close call. Not too hard overall. It's the stages. And again, I'm really sorry if you like Mega Man 5. I don't set out to shit on anyone's favourite game. Unless it's Hell Dragons, in which case I don't really care.
Yes, thank you. I really appreciate that. And that's why I've stayed with him for just years at this point.
So yeah, seriously. But, I gotta say what I like, gotta say what, I dislike. That's the quality, I guess. Also, I have to agree with Johnny. The, walls at the side of Proto Man's fortress look like wings, so it looks like it's always about to take off.
Although that would be a pretty funny kind of final boss area, just the whole fortress just kind of shoots up into the sky. Alright, now go through it again, but this time we're in the air.
I honestly feel this stage, and whoa, getting into some game commentary here now, this stage should have come before the last one, because I feel this one's a little bit easier overall. The previous one, oh man, that started to wear on me. I was kind of bored already with Mega Man 5 by the time I got to Proto Castle, because, as I said, it's not the most exciting of Mega Man NES games. And, Proto Castle 2 was kind of wearing me down, so, I found this one to be, if not a breath of fresh air, at least a welcome change of pace.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, what you were thinking in terms of, the Proto Castles, in particular, the music, because that's always the thing I always look forward to when you get to the castles at the end of the game, the iconic castle music that's playing in the background. Do you like this theme? Do you think it could be better? What's going on here?
See, the thing is, when I say, whether I like it or not, it's influenced by, because obviously I have to hear it over and over, because while I don't do retakes commentary while it's over more, I'll damn sure do them when it comes to video games, so you guys don't have to sit around watching failed takes and such. And there is only one castle track this time around. They don't switch it up for each stage, so it was just me listening to this over and over. And it's okay, I guess. I've heard tell that Yoko Shimura did the Wily Castle stage, so look forward to that, I guess.
I can kind of see what you mean there. I think especially at this point in the Mega Man series where it's Game 5, they're kind of running out of ideas a little bit. Anything to just spice it up would be great, and just having the one track over and over really doesn't do it any favors.
I've noticed there's a lot of clingy enemies in this game, enemies that are just far too aggressive and home in on you, and that also started to wear on me as well, because, again, retakes over and over, go away, please go away!
Is this asshole again? I'm coming down to the second level. I'm gonna finish it this time. Nope, you can't see me. You can't see me. Oh, you saw me.
Childrobot.exe. If I can't see Mega Man can't destroy me.
That's exactly how it works. It's like monsters under the bed.
That's all I have to say about Proto Castle. So, Helldragon, keeping it Mega Man themed, what are your favourite games in the series? Let's balance out this sort of negativity with some positivity.
I guess in terms of also mentioning the classic series and things like that, I may have said this before, so I might as well say it again. I do like Mega Man 6, and when we get to that, I can talk more about that.
Yeah, I can tell you have no experience with 5 whatsoever.
Mega Man X4, obviously, probably one of my favorite games of all time. Very close, at least. Other games obviously take precedence. One of my favorite Mega Man games. I really like Battle Network 6. I just love the whole Battle Network series, theme and aesthetic. Things like that. I was not a big fan of... I have to admit, a lot of people like Legends. I played the one on 64. I was not a fan of how it controlled. I didn't like the look. I thought Mega Man kind of looked stupid. I don't know, that's just me.
I was supportive of the Legends 3 campaign, mostly because of the Misadventures of Tron, which uses the Legends style of gameplay and spices it up a bit. Fucking love that game. We'll have to cover that at some point in 2016, I think.
I was, looking forward to actually Legends 3 because I saw they were going to do, make it a really kind of good modern third-person shooter. And I can get behind that. If the mechanics were cool, I would play that. And then they use it anyway in some other games, so I don't know.
What was it? Something Troopers?
Like EXA Troopers? Yeah, something like that.
Come into my head, Mega Man. Let us fight.
Are you just coming to take down Proto Man's illegal cable, I just noticed?
This is a really short and unique stage in that you can actually destroy parts of it.
Yeah, but it looks like you have to do it very carefully because otherwise it might squish you, which is kind of a cool gimmick for the level, I have to say.
Yeah, it's a puzzle stage. You know me, man. I love me some puzzle platforming.
I'm just glad they didn't do this on a timer like all these other weird games that want you to explore, but also I'm on a timer for some reason. Yeah,
it's arbitrary, artificial difficulty, I think is the term we're looking for here. Give me something challenging. There's no need to put a timer on it.
What would you say is probably the best balanced in terms of difficulty Mega Man so far out of the ones you've played?
I would say 2 on normal/easy or 4.
I'd have to say 6, but again, I can talk more about that later. What?
Nah, don't tase me, bro!
Don't slide over, only I may do charge kick.
Don't accept any imitations, guys.
Oh, it's Big Shoulders Man. Of course.
No, this is Darkman, and he has all the powers of the bosses we fought in the previous Proto Castles. But we're going to use his weakness, Beat, which we got for collecting all the letters in each Robot Master stage. And like I said, he sort of plays like Cheese from Sonic Advance 2, in that when you bring him out, he'll just automatically attack the enemy nearest to you.
Well, that's humiliating. Speaking of Cheese, actually, if you ever played Sonic Battle, I actually really liked playing Cream in that game because she used Cheese like a stand. That was kind of awesome, actually. Kind of surprisingly fun.
This might be sacrilege to certain Sonic fans, but I find Battle, not Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, just Battle, to be very boring because of its tendency to repeat levels for no reason over and over and over.
I'm not denying that. Battle is kind of ass in some regards. I'm actually going to agree with you on that one. Oh, it's Wily. What a surprise.
It's Wily.
Oh no, Wily. I want to see Mega Man just be super sarcastic. Oh, Wily. Oh no. Where did you come from? Why are you doing this?
Where is that text coming from? I could literally just shoot you in the head and be done now. God damn the 3 laws of robotics. You wait till Mega Man 7. You'll get yours.
Do it. Oh, I thought he was going to do the eyebrow, damn.
I too have an annoying sound effect when my thing is powering up.
There you go.
You thought I forgot about the eyebrow twitching. Okay, you toned down the spikes a bit, or the skulls rather, well I guess the spikes as well. From Mega Man 4 it looks a lot more presentable and a lot less doofy.
I suppose if I was on the market for an evil villain later, I would definitely consider this. I'd have to see the bathrooms though, because I want more than one.
I like the Angry Dome at the top. Next time, finale.